Greetings, peace, health, courage, fire, tenderness, self-compassion, aching, dreaming, belonging, trudging, just wherever this meets you, however this meets you. We have a friend joining us here. So just wherever you are, a few deep breaths, just all the way in. And all the way out. All the way in. And all the way out. That we breathe in awareness and care for right where we are as we are. And we breathe out awareness and care right where we are as we are. So I am going to spend a little bit of time just inviting, breathing, a little bit of practice, and then I'm going to offer 2 or 3 poems and just some invitations at the end. Just have grace and openness for the imperfection of the words that I use, that I often, so often, more than often, feel that words can be limiting. They can be life-giving and freeing and help us to put some context around what goes on around us, within us. And I often feel like there's so many limits as well. So have grace. I am sitting in City Park, which is just within about a mile of my home in Denver, Colorado. And so you will hear car traffic, occasional people, just different things in the public realm. We'll just invite it to belong with us. I invite you to move outside or be outside if that is something you can do while listening to this. So if you can slowly walk, maybe just in squares or circles around your block, around a front yard, around a space that's outside of wherever you are, and if not, just to potentially find a comfortable, restful space inside your home or wherever you're staying. So the root of this video, in the practices and the breathing and just us being here, is centered on how you are, how are you, how am I, how are we really doing? How are we deep down? What's really going on inside of us? What spaces are accessible to others? What spaces aren't? What emotions are accessible even to ourselves? And what spaces, emotions aren't, or aren't at this time? And that we tend to those things. We're aware of them. So I think I'm going to start with poetry. This is Volume 1, Intrinsic Paths Poetry Booklet. I just finished Volume 2, and so this is from Volume 1. And I'm going to read 2 or 3. So this first one is called Take More Time, and which is complex. If you're listening to this and you have not been able to, or you are not able to work from home, or work continues, or work actually kicks up a notch, then just the invitation to take a little bit of protected time. For those that have fallen into spaces where you just have more time because you've said no, or you've had to say no to so many different things, this is inviting how to bring intention into that time. So wherever this meets you, take a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Take more time. Take more time. Take more time for trust, weary friend. The animals know, the running stream knows, the trees know, your deep heart knows. Letting go isn't just walking away, it's walking forward into the big field, into the one that wants all of you. No more walls, no more secrets, no more hiding. Take more time. Take more time for love, weary friend. Be here. Be still. The glow on the grasses as the sun rises and sets calls your full name. The glow on the grasses as the sun rises and sets, calling your full name. You are loved as you are, more than you will ever know. The animals know, the running stream knows, the trees know, your deep heart knows. Take more time. Take more time to listen, weary friend, to the vastness of the unknown. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Yes, sweet water, sweet sky, sweet spirit of mine, freedom. Just breathe all the way in. Let's breathe in, picturing the lungs as branches of trees. Breathe out. That we breathe in, inviting, taking a little more time. We invite taking more time to honor who we are, to honor where we are. This next poem is The Ladder Will Fall. So I think about this poem in the context of, there's a lot of framing right now of going back to normal, quote unquote, and it's a really disturbing frame for me. It may not be for you, but I invite you to be open to ways of dreaming and thinking and feeling and living beyond what was before this virus, and what this virus is teaching you, teaching us, and how do we evolve and listen and deepen and open into the future, into what's ahead. And so when I think about this creative forward, and I think about letting go and rearranging what was, this poem feels connected. The ladder will fall. Breathing, great spirit breathing. I'm tired of clinging, I'm tired of hiding, I'm tired of hoarding. It's empty, it's lonely, it's exhausting. The latter will fall. I crave to trust you, I crave to love you better. I want what is mine to also be yours. Soul calls, animals beckon, nature please. I'm climbing on down. Before it falls, no more destruction, enough. Down I come, crying and broken, vulnerable and shaking, screaming and longing. On the ground I sit. With you, brothers and sisters and non-binary beloveds. With you, trees and dirt. With you, sacred song. On the ground I sit. With you, brothers, sisters, non-binary beloveds. With you, trees and dirt. With you, sacred song. The latter will fall. Let's breathe that in, wherever that meets us. What are our ladders? How do we tend to releasing the grip, to opening our hearts, to letting go, to sharing, to being people of generosity, people of abundance, people who are less and less and less attached. Just breathing that in and breathing it out. So this final poem is called With You, Really With You. And I think about just this time, and for many of us, it's pulled us, it's brought us in to re-examining, reframing, recalibrating, reconnecting, sometimes in beautiful, deeper ways, and sometimes in really difficult ways, bringing us into our relationships, people that we're around, that we live with, people that we've grown up with, people that are near us. But some of these situations are violent and unhealthy and even abusive. And so what does it look like for us to reach out to those who we trust and love, or those who we're beginning to trust, or those that we're curious, that we hold curiosity around trust, so we can be seen? And also those who have had life take them on journeys where they are extremely busy and full, and calendars and schedules and events, and this time has brought us into a place of connection and rooting, anchoring into relationships that we love and cherish and nurture and value. So this poem, With You, Really With You. So I invite you, as you listen to these words, who can I be for those in my life? But also, who can I reach out to and invite others to be this for me? With you, really with you. I'm breathing with you. I'm next to you. I won't rush you. I won't hold you back. We walk, we move, we scream, we cry. I'm not afraid of the dark, of your shadows, of the unknown, of what rumbles. I've sat with my own pain. I know, I listen, I love, I hold. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Love lives in me. Love lives in you. Behind the words, behind the skin, behind the scars, love lives in me. Love lives in you. Mirror, mirror, mirror. No changing, no fixing, no hiding. We are, you are. I see you, I love you. I see me, I love me. Out beyond chaos, I'm with you. Really with you. We walk, we move, we sing, we fly. Just breathing all the way in and all the way out. Just breathing all the way in and all the way out. Thank you for being with me as I read these invitations, these poetry pieces. I invite you as a practice to be with the trees in your own way, resting your hand on them, feeling the bark, looking up as the branches reach into the sky, sitting, resting underneath and on top of underneath their reaching and their canopies and on top of their roots, on the soil, on the earth. Witnessing the birds and their movement and their song. I also invite you to collect objects, natural fallen branches, acorns, leaves, anything that's nearby. Just creating patterns and intention and connection. I invite you to read your own poetry, your own journals, poetry of others out loud, while outside, while under the tree, while walking or rolling. I invite you to be a being of courage and tenderness in this time. A being that, I think about this drawing, and I'll try and include it on the video. A being that with one hand honors what is for so many, and that can often be chaos, injustice, disconnection, human separation, pain, just what is real for so many, and that we are tender beings in the world as it is. And that we are also reaching with the branches of the trees into what is possible, into the creative forward. That we can let go of stories and lies and false ways, performing personas, pleasing, that we can reach in to what is possible, a more human way forward, a more beloved community, a more open, undefended, detached way, where my things are your things, my heart is moving with you, my money and my resources are your money and your resources. My time is spent with people and with planet, nurturing, growing, blossoming, not taking and extracting. that we just invite a more human way into all of our discernments, decisions, doings, practices, and the courage that it takes to move and to risk, to be unliked, to be judged, to be whatever, all that comes with honoring what is authentic and true. So, blessings to each of you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you. If you are a patron, I can't even begin to thank you enough for your nourishment. As an artist, in the kind of way I create, it is because of patrons that I'm able to create in the ways that I can. And the resources that move into my space are moving constantly into the space of others. Imperfectly, y'all, I am not that. There is humility all over this. But it's grounded and rooted in things I believe in and care about so much in this time. So peace and health and tenderness and courage to each of you. We'll finish with one really good deep breath. Peace.